All right, Shalom. I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rachakodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who does lead and rule well. Salutations to all you hopeful elect Akim pushing out this word in sincerity and in truth throughout the four corners of the earth. And sincere shalom to you Akim and Aqua listening and learning, preparing yourselves here in these last days. And to your entire household of faith, fighting this good fight of faith, I want to say shalom. This is your brother Daquar from the DC camp. Come back at you with another Shine report, or showing him in news everywhere. Him meaning Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. And I'm going to title this, and I will put hooks into thy jaws. As you can see, if you've been watching, as we should, stand on our watch, and being on our post, and this being the year of Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai turning up, as you can see, these tensions and these wars and rumors of wars is popping, man. The prophecies is popping off now. This one in particular is going to be about Russia, okay? Now, matter of fact, let me actually get the scripture before I get these articles, because you know how I do it on here. I get a couple of scriptures, but I want to just show you guys some of the things that's going on in the news. This is Ezekiel 38. This is Ezekiel 38:1. It says, "And the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him." Now, Magog represents the land of Russia, the where Russia is currently. It says, "And say, Thus saith Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai, Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal. And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thine army, horses and horsemen, and all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords." Now, it says turn thee back because at one point you had USSR, where Russia, they was a great power, and then it was kind of dismantled. Well, now, with Putin, they looking for that same power again. And that's why they've been in Ukraine. Okay? The Lord is putting a spirit on them to do this. Now, just look at this. It says, this was September. It's a little over a week ago, But I wanted to get a little bit more, information before I did this. It says nuclear wars cannot be won. This is what Joe Biden is saying because, here we go. I'm going to go to this part first. It says Russian leader Vladimir Putin has warned the West he is not bluffing over nuclear weapons as he announced a partial military mobilization. Did you not? So look what I just read. Ezekiel 38:4 says, "And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thine army, horsemen and horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor." Okay? He says, "I am not bluffing over nuclear weapons." Okay? It says, Putin is cornered and dangerous. The prospect of nuclear war is no longer... I don't want it to... Okay, open the new one. The water. Is no... It is now... The prospect of a nuclear war is now closer than ever. Russian president set... And just to say, we're not on either side of the West or of Russia, okay? We're on the side of the Lord, and we just reporting it. And the Lord is the one that's controlling all these things, okay? The Lord is controlling this, for his will. It says Vladimir Putin is desperate and quite possibly deranged. It says on Tuesday night, 7 months after the invasion of Ukraine, the Russian president was on the brink of pushing through a series of measures that will escalate the war at a time when the Kremlin is losing. The prospect of Putin ordering nuclear strikes is closer now than ever. A cold chill has descended as winter approaches. It's not going to let me get the rest. It's all good. So I'm back to that. Let me see. I'm not going to sit up. See what it say. Come on. It's not letting me. Oh, is it? What's going on here? Satan.
Наша страна также
Okay, here we go.
ведущих, что грозит речь идет не только о поощряемых Западом обстрелах Запорожской атомной электростанции, что грозит атомной катастрофой, но и о высказываниях некоторых высокопоставленных представителей ведущих государств НАТО о возможности.
Because he's talking about NATO as well, which is the beast, man. This is all a part of the Lord's plan, man.
Возможности и допустимости применения против России оружия массового поражения, ядерного оружия. Тем, кто позволяет себе такие заявления в отношении России, хочу напомнить, что наша...
So what he's saying is they said they would use weapons on them, and he's saying, I'm gonna remind y'all that we got them same weapons.
Страна также располагает различными средствами поражения, а по отдельным компонентам.
And just, you know, put out a disclaimer out there. This video is just for educational purposes, man. You know, because you know how they like to do.
Более современными, чем у стран НАТО. И при угрозе территориальной целостности нашей страны, для защиты России и нашего народа, мы, безусловно, используем все имеющиеся в нашем распоряжении средства. Это не блеф. Для защиты нашей Родины, ее суверенитета и территориальной целостности, для обеспечения безопасности нашей.
Enough of that, you know. But if you want to look it up, just go type in nuclear wars cannot be won. So look, this is what Biden said. Nuclear wars cannot be won, Joe Biden tells UN after Putin's inflammatory address. Now let me get this real quick. I believe it's Proverbs 21st chapter. 21. Yep. This is Proverbs 21:1. It says, the king's heart is in the hand of Yahweh. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. Now, when you go into, let me see if I can go back to what I was just at. Man, please pop up. Here we go. When you go into what they call mutually assured destruction, that's why I said the nuclear wars can't be won. Well, it won't work. It simply won't work, man. Because the weak will always try to become stronger to be able to defend themselves against more powerful enemies, which will create more countries with nuclear capabilities. And this is why what Putin is saying is, and the Lord put the spirit on them, you know, that's why I got that scripture, because the Lord is controlling their minds, man. Because although they know, when you go into the, what does it say, nation rises against nation, kingdom against kingdom, well, two nations, Satan divided against itself should not stand. Both of these devils are Satan. But they're going to fight against each other. They know that if they fight, it's just going to destroy themselves, man. But when there is one world power and they ruling wickedly, the others is bound to resist, man. That's what's happening. And Putin's saying he's going to defend their nation, and they dismantled the USSR for a reason, but he's getting it back. You look at, it says Putin annexed 4 occupied regions in Ukraine. Ukraine applies to join NATO after that. Let's look at that. It says the largest land grab. Russian President Vladimir, what date is this? This was September 30th. Russian President Vladimir Putin signed treaties Friday to annex occupied Ukrainian territory, a move the West has blasted as an illegal land grab. The nerve. And then he said that Putin said that the West became a superpower by taking lands, man. You know? Ukrainian president countered with a surprise application to join the NATO military alliance. Putin's move and President, I don't know how to say his name, Zelensky's signing of what he said is an accelerated NATO membership application sent the two leaders speeding faster on a collision course that is cranking up fears of a full-blown conflict between Russia and the West. That's the big fight, man, that we're looking for, man. And right around this time is when they start talking about the CBDCs, man. You know, So this is just a beautiful time that we living in, man. All right. With another president of Russia. So things is about to get real. Let's just say. Now, another thing that was flying under the radar, Putin accuses the West of blowing up pipelines as Europe steps up vigilance. Vladimir Putin on Friday blamed the United States and its allies for blowing up the undersea Nord Stream pipelines, raising the temperature in a crisis that has left Europe racing to secure its energy infrastructure and supplies. In a speech to mark the annexation of the four Ukrainian regions invaded by Russian forces, Putin offered no evidence for the claim. So you can see who this thing is for, okay? Who this article is speaking on behalf of. Hold on, brother, hit me up. All right. Where did I leave off at? Russia has previously said the United States will profit from attacks on Europe's energy infrastructure, which is true. The sanctions were not enough for the Anglo-Saxons. They moved on to sabotage, Putin said. It is hard to believe, but it's a fact that they organized the blast on the Nord Stream international gas pipelines. They began to destroy the pan-European energy infrastructure, Putin said. It is clear to everyone who benefits from this. Of course, he who benefits did it. All right? So it's just a lot. It's a lot going on, man. You want to keep your eyes on this thing. You know, and it's a beautiful thing. Okay? Hey, man. But the Lord is putting a spirit on them to do this, man. Just for the nuclear war. Now, I want to just get this real quick. It says the balanced power, the doctrine of mutually assured destruction, which has kept the world's most dangerous weapons in their silos for generations, promotes peace and stability only when the opposing powers have sufficiently large territories and populations. The United States and Russia each has over 3 million square miles of land and over 130 million people. And this is why Putin, he's trying to get part of that. Ukrainian was once a part of their land. So they're trying to get it back. But the Lord is making these guys fight against each other, man. Oh, man, this is crazy. It's beautiful, man. But yeah, just something to keep watching. Hold up. I have a few more scripts. Let me go back. Just wanted to get the scripture that I quoted previously was Mark 3:24. A kingdom, and if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. All right. This is Isaiah 13, verse 17. It says, "Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it." And Medes, again, that's representing Russia. And this is what's going on, man. Okay. What else did I want? Jeremiah. This is Jeremiah 51, verse 11. "Make bright the arrows, gather the shields. Yahweh have raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes for his devices against Babylon to destroy it, because it is the vengeance of Yahweh, the vengeance of his temple." All right. So this is all happening for the vengeance of the Lord, man. You know, and it's a beautiful thing. So, you know, we ought not to be ashamed. We just keep watching and afraid, I should say, and just keep watching, man, because the Lord is doing his thing, man, and he is turning up, definitely, you know. So, hey, Lord will, that was edifying. To the next one, I want to give our praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Kakadash. Till the next one, I want to say shalom.